이 위대한 구원. 크로스포인트 주니어 처치에서 전해드리는 이 시간, 담당의 Darin Pantley 형제입니다.
Hello, this is Darin Pantley from Crosspoint Bible Church. When I went to college to study computer science, I was surprised to discover my classmates didn't know much about computers. Sure, we studied how computers work in theory, software concepts, quantum physics, discrete math, and more, but the coursework didn't focus on building physical, tangible computers, like the kind you can buy at the store. And our coursework certainly didn't focus on fixing them. Got a problem with your laptop? Too bad. That's a different set of skills, which is why you can buy courses and take exams to have your knowledge certified by Apple, Dell, Lenovo, HP, Microsoft, Cisco, Red Hat, Amazon Web Services, Google, and more. These days, you can even become a certified prompt engineer, which means you know how to talk to AI chatbots. So, there's different people who know different things about computers. While the computer scientists toil away in their labs, worrying about how to make that AI smarter, the rest of us are left to deal with computers on a more practical level. I went to the store with someone to help them pick out a new computer. We walked in the door and wandered around until we found some laptops. There was a big table loaded up with several different options, and next to each laptop was a tiny piece of paper listing the specs. Many people probably saw those specs and concluded, yep, no idea what all of this means, but these are definitely computers. Even on the outside, just looking at them, they all look pretty similar to each other. I read the specs and noticed some of the laptops were brand new, sporting the latest and greatest technologies. Buy one of those, and everything will be super speedy. But they were also selling laptops that contained ancient, slow technologies from years ago. And the prices were all over the place. Some of the more expensive laptops were the old ones you should avoid, and some of the cheaper laptops were actually pretty good bargains. It was a very mixed bag, as we like to say in English. Why would we want to pay $1,000 to buy something bad when we could pay the same amount and get something better? Or maybe even save a little money and get something else entirely. If you dig into the world of computers, you'll discover it gets really complicated really fast. Should I buy the laptop that has 3 USB ports? Or maybe I need the one that has 4 USB ports? Or would it be better to get a laptop that has 2 USB Type A ports and 1 USB Type C port? Is 8 gigabytes of RAM enough, or 16, or more? Someone will eventually come along and tell you, just get a Mac. And someone else will say, wait until Black Friday for amazing sales. It almost feels like you're choosing your religion. So many choices to choose from, but who can be bothered to look into the details? It's very easy to say, I'll just randomly choose something and hope for the best. What kind of laptop did my dad buy? I'll get one of those. There are times where you might be looking at 5 different laptops and they're all basically the same thing. It definitely happens. So we just grab one and go, right? Buy whatever? Well, it depends on your requirements. Would you still buy it if it can't play games? Maybe. What if it's really slow? Maybe not. Would you buy a laptop that doesn't even work at all? I think I'd like to avoid that one. When we need help with computers, we know we should talk to someone who understands this stuff. Probably a friend, family member, coworker, or just the worker at the store. And I would argue the same concept applies in the spiritual realm. When it feels like we have a bunch of options and it's unclear what we should do, it's a good time to consult an expert, whether that's a Christian friend, a pastor, or a prayer to God Himself. Be very careful, then, how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is.
지금까지 크로스포인트 주니어 처치에서 전해드렸습니다. 언어와 문화의 장벽을 없애고 실시간 동시 통역이 제공되는 크로스포인트 주니어 처치의 주일 예배 시간은 오전 11시이며 교회에 대한 안내는 847-212-6775로 문의해 주시길 바랍니다.